Hey everybody, as you can see, I'm tucked in for the night and I'm getting ready to go to bed. But before I do, I just want to give some food for thought. So, I had a couple of clients, and a lot of us been talking, especially about marriage. And I did the last video on submissive, and I'm sorry it took me so long to do videos. A lot of you guys are used to me doing them rapidly. Um, as of lately, I've been very busy, especially due to prom time in summer. Excuse me, ladies want to get their pedicures on now. And some women, you gotta actually go to work on Elmira's feet. Now let me stop. Um, but let me get serious and kind of straight to the point. Um, One thing about me is that I am not judgmental on men and female relationships. Whatever you do is your cup of tea. But what I do like to do and my husband like to do is we like to keep it real. We're not perfect. Hell, some of my clients even seen us argue. The thing is, though, we all both manage to apologize. And sometimes, even being marriage counselors, you tend to show the real. Everybody's marriage is not perfect. I guarantee you it's somebody going through something way worse than you. And a lot of people turn their nose up and turn it down like you are just a piece of crap. So today's nightcap, these are going to be my sessions. They're going to be called nightcap sessions. And not nightcap as something sexual because that's all, I don't know. This era is all about sex. It's not like mental stimulation anymore. There's a such thing as mental foreplay. And it doesn't mean it has to be something sexual, but just something that's like food for thought. Something that has you lingering before you go to bed. So, to just not start rambling about just the things that are not on topic, the topic is for this nightcap is understanding a male spouse. Ladies, let me explain something to you. And it's very hard, much harder than a lot of women are very close minded, and a lot of women are very jealous and judgmental. Um, I had a client, okay, and she told me, and she actually said it was okay for me to put it out there, but um, for an example, men do not just already come as the men that you want. And it was an elder gentleman that actually told me that. And my father has also told me that too as well. My stepdad as well. Um, so I've had three men tell me, and there it's all the exact terms. One, a man is not going to just come off perfect. And here's why. One, he has to be used to a decent woman. Nowadays in society, you don't have too many decent females. As you can see, everybody's trying to be a video hoe on Twitter and Facebook. Most of the women are twerking in these boy shorts, and I guess they want their 3 minutes of fame. People are asking, do you like, would you smash or pass? Would no one is really thinking about wife. And now you got the sideline chicks that's like go sideline chicks. And it's a reason why they're sideline. And that's a whole different topic. A lot of women want to know why their husbands cheat. Okay. And I'm going to put it in layman's terms. If you are a married woman or even a woman in a relationship, it's not always about what you did wrong, even though sometimes it can be. Sometimes a woman can, let me start off like that. Sometimes a woman can push a man into doing some things because of neglect. Excuse me, my nose is itching. Of neglect, of attitudes, of nagging, of, and what I mean by nagging is constantly making it an issue and not making the situation better. So, like for example, because me and one of my clients was talking about this. If I ask you to screw in a light bulb, and my husband says, "Okay, I'll do it," but he's not doing it to where I want him to do it fast enough, okay? And a lot of our women, African women, we would tend to continue to nag until he do something, or we'll put it in there ourselves instead of waiting on the fact that he's the man of the household. He's the king of the house. So, and if you have a strong man like mine, you can't make him feel less than a man by putting a light bulb in, if that makes sense. That is the man's job. He wants to feel needed and wanted. And a lot of us are not interdependent. Keyword, we are independent but not interdependent, meaning that we should be able to do certain things by ourselves as well as understand what our roles are in our relationship. And a lot of us don't. So, with that being said, start evaluating and looking at yourself, ladies. Not making it all dramatic, like, what would I do? Why are you doing this? What did I do wrong? Just check yourself and see if you have done everything that you've done. And a lot of women don't want to check themselves. That's the problem. A lot of women do not like checking themselves. And I'm not saying that the men don't do anything, because a lot of times they do stupid stuff too. And they have to check themselves for it. People have egos, but it has to be one person that's smart out the bunch to actually make the better decision. And if you're going to be the smarter one, then do it correctly and not make situations worse. And that's what I've had to learn, and I'm still learning as a married woman. Have I gotten better over the years? Yes. Has it taken a lot of time? Yes. Is it still taking time? Yes. But that's from self experience. Two, here is the key ingredient that most women have to understand. I've had to understand it. Um, Now, if you are a woman that just don't mind your husband doing his thing, and as long as he don't say nothing, then I'm not gonna lie to you. Then you are the ideal woman for a man that's into polygamy. And what I mean is him being able to have more than one wife. So if he's able to have you, a side chick, and as long as he's able to take care of home and you're comfortable with that, and he does what he do, and you overlook it, then hey, just know you are the perfect candidate for polygamy. Okay? And don't get it twisted. A lot of women hate that word, and a lot of women want to do certain things where, okay, well, polyandry, which is where the woman has multiple husbands, but we're talking about polygamy. If you don't mind it and you don't mind him having side pieces, because you have some women that just don't mind for her husband to do that, I commend you, because not every woman is able. I'm not able to do that. You know what? And I will say this: I am not mentally able or mature enough. That's a good way of putting it. Mature enough to be able to deal with that, and that's just being honest. Um, But am I overboard or jealous and he can't talk to nobody? No, I'm not that. Um, but do I want respect and for women to appreciate my marriage? Yes, I do. Because I will gladly appreciate yours and give you the same respect. But polygamy is another topic too, so we'll bypass that. But a lot of men don't cheat because it's you. It's actually a natural instinct. I know a lot of y'all are like, what the f you talking about? Or even taking it a step further. Bitch. I hate that word because I don't use it towards myself. I don't have any female friends that are allowed to call me the B word. I don't do the B word. we're not cool. Yes, bitch. No, we're not doing that because I was raised in a way where I don't care if it's a power term for endearment for a lot of females. My mama taught me when I was younger, the bitch word was for female dogs, and that was a bad word, and you fought for that word. So unless you want your ass whooped over that word, because yes, I'll whoop your ass. Unless you want your ass whooped for that word, don't ever call me the B word. Point blank period. Unless you're ready to fight. But the thing that we have to grasp is a man has to feel like he's wanted. And a lot of women don't make him feel wanted because of how society is now. A woman doesn't know how to become dainty. She doesn't know how to be a woman. She knows society. If you actually read the Willie Lynch, if you read Pale of a White Horse, if you read um, To Kill a Mockingbird, if you read um, The Art of My Soul, if you read, it's a couple of books that you can actually read and know your history from it. You would tend to see how we were racially supposed to be changed and our African families were supposed to be broke down. And especially the Willie Lynch book will explain to you how they were trying to destroy the African family and still is. That's why our men are willing to date out of their race and our women are willing to date out of their race because they feel like it's superior. It's not, and I need for our people to wake up. My mother always told me to make your race a better race, you might have to kill off some of your own that are Uncle Toms, and that's just the honest truth. And hey, I'm not kissing ass. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna speak my mind. But most women don't understand that a man has an instinct of just liking the chase. And for a woman to have the husband that she needs, desires, and wants, and he's still gonna have flaws just like you have flaws. There's certain shit I guarantee you he's tolerating from your ass. That could mean your mouth, that could mean your attitude, that could mean you wearing fake hair all over the house, whatever the case may be that he don't like, and you still doing it, he's tolerating it. So you're gonna have to tolerate some things. And for him, you're gonna have to help him and teach him and guide him. For every man that has a good wife, and for him to actually conquer a lot of the issues that he has, she has to have patience. And not every man is going to cheat physically, but some do cheat emotionally. Some do cheat mentally, and some cheat financially. Some are good as a father, but a terrible husband. Some are good mothers, but terrible wives. It's vice versa. So, with that being said, you can never be a man. And I wish our women would stop trying to be. I was a woman that was very headstrong, and I still am, but I'm learning to break my barrier because you know why? I want my marriage to be plentiful, blessful, full of blessings, and for my children to see how a woman and a man should act. If I am so masculine to where I overpower my husband, then my son is going to feel like, hey, he's in complete bitch mode, and this is how a man's supposed to be. When women are already complaining that men aren't stepping up, but then how are they going to step up when you're taking their place? So I need for the mothers to stop babying their sons and allow the fathers to actually raise them. So if the son needs his ass whooped, allow for the daddy or the stepdaddy or whatever he is to your child to beat that ass. Because even though, and that's from experience, because I don't like it, I hate it, and I feel like I have to walk in the other room. But if you don't let that father figure whoop his ass now, then society is going to beat his ass later, and that's just the honest truth. So with that being said, allow your husband to lead. Allow yourself to submit to your husband. Allow yourself to understand that you still have a say so. Just because you submit does not mean that you don't have a say so. It just means how you say it and how you come across. And you can even teach him. You can teach him how to be a better person and how to communicate and deal with you. Even the ones that are the most powerful, headstrong men, because I have a very headstrong one. If you are a woman that could think outside of the box and maneuver, because even his exes, if you look at it, he married you. Out of all women, he married you. He could have married an ex. He could have, been married previous, but he married you. And out of all his relationships, he made it the longest with you. So you need to really think about that. And a lot of women go through a lot of mixed emotions because of certain things that have happened in the relationship, which I will discuss in a later video. But you shouldn't have to. You don't have to compete. You already have the crown. And some women will say, hey, well, he cheated on me, so he gonna cheat on you. Well, he beat me because he beat you. And a lot of times the man ain't really beat her. It was just the fact of you was whooping his ass and he had to defend himself. I'm sorry. I'm old school. I'm teaching my sons not to hit a woman. But if a woman hit him and he can't hit her back, I'm beating your ass. I'm letting you know I'm coming to pop a cap in your ass if you touch my sons. Point blank, period. And that goes for a man too. If my husband can't get to your sorry ass, then I'm popping a cap in your ass too. But don't get it twisted, women. If a man have to push you off and you hitting him and beating him in his chest, a man shouldn't even have to go that far. Because you can't control your temper. If I was him, I would leave your ass right away. Because you crazy as hell and you're going to get me locked up. I ain't got time for all that. So, in that instance, he shouldn't have to go through all that. It's a lot of stuff that a man has to go over and through with our African women. We do have too much of a mouth, so that could push him away. Um, we have too much of an attitude, that could push him away. Just because he probably leave a cup on the floor doesn't mean that you aren't supposed to just say something. But don't keep saying it. If it bothers you that much, pick up the damn cup. And I know what you're saying. He ain't got no damn maids. Ain't about having no damn maids. Then you sit back and you explain it to him. Like my husband. My husband leaves dishes in the living room after a long, hard day of work, right? After he eats, he falls asleep because he's so tired. He works 3 jobs, go to gym, and goes to school, and then still have managed to make time for me and the children. All right. So with that being said, when he gets home, he's very tired. He has a home cooked meal waiting on him, a bath, wash clothes, everything else. Oh yes, I take care of mine. And his feet, taking care of everything else from his head to his toes. I cut his hair all the way down to giving him pedicures. The thing is, though, you have to realize that I had to even think myself. I'd be like, man, I don't really want to pick up this plate. He's a grown ass man. But you have to think about what he does throughout the day that made him tired. So once I started picking up his plates, one day he noticed that the plate wasn't near the couch and I was cleaning it. And he was like, thanks, baby, but you had to clean my plate. I told him, hey, I don't like it, but I can't keep nagging you about it. And you know what he did after I told him that? He says, you're absolutely right. And he starts picking up his plate. From time to time, he might leave it, but for the most part, he started to pick up his plate. And I'm proud of that. Sometimes it takes for a person to have patience to just change the minor issues and know how to talk versus, nigga, you ain't shit. You just leaving plates all over the damn floor. And what he got to go through all that for? Especially if he's taking all the bills. And if you a housewife, why not pick up the damn plate? I'm not understanding. So, or pick up the socks or whatever he leaves. And then after a while, just teach him, show him. And that's what a good wife does. Well, this is my nightcap and my peace of mind and peace of thought. I want you to think about this. Others may judge you and others may compete, but you got to understand your spirit may never be beat. You are not competition because your head is always held high. You more than just a pint size, you a whole meal. Baby girl, understand that you are an important glow to your husband's life. So you don't even have to strive or think twice. If he does something that you don't like, don't nag. If he does something that you do like, don't brag. Understand the pure purpose of your role in your marriage. Because I would like for us to see 30, 40, and 50 years together. See, our nation don't get to see positive African role models. All we see is mama getting her ass beat and drinking, or the mama that's overworking still with the husband in the house and she has to take care of him. Or you do have the good families. Or you have the wives that are so much into bragging about what their husband do to where we really don't know the truth of a black eye. Or the silent cries. Or the positive role models that can actually tell us how to make it that long, and they don't. They keep it top secret. For us to make it as a people, we have to share. We have to explain our knowledge, and we have to show our love. So with that be above, skies and nice beautiful clouds, streaming Milky Way nights. Never fight. Always, always kiss goodnight. Just a little food for thought. This is E to a L, and I'm signing off. Deuces.